definitely. Well, Robert, a happy Thanksgiving Eve. We like to talk about that. And there's an article that came up, and I'd really like to talk a little bit about that because that was really heavy. And your quote that it feels like we're living in a prison. I really want to talk about that because as being a St. Paul person and driving on Franklin Avenue and
Right.
heading to, NACDI or the Minneapolis Indian Center, I get that vibe too. And geez, I'm so glad that you brought that up.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. And this article has been getting a lot of attention. It's by a local, somewhat alternative journalist platform called Sahan Journal. It's affiliated with our public radio station here, Minnesota Public Radio, and they focus on stories of traditionally undercovered kind of communities. And so the story is about these fences that have been put up right along East Franklin Avenue, which is kind of the main drag of the urban Indian community here in Minneapolis. It's designated as the American Indian Cultural Corridor, and the organization I work for, Native American Community Development Institute, or NACDI, kind of is the keeper of that community vision of the cultural corridor. And it's also adjacent to what was a very large encampment of our unsheltered relatives right
Mhm.
on Franklin. There's a state highway there, Highway 55 or Hiawatha Avenue, as it's also known. This was back in 2018. And these relatives of ours living without shelter sort of took a stand, right? It was an occupation of this crappy little MnDOT right of way along an entrance ramp to the highway. And at its peak, it was some 300 tents all crammed
Mhm.
in there.